Hello, and welcome back to Murders on the Yangtze River. My name is Mimi Dennis, and last time we were on the second day of the trial. We're really disputing whether or not Shen could have done this. The basis for the prosecution's argument is that it had to be between 8 and 8:30 because that's when the gun was confiscated, but we kind of ended up proving that there might have been an extra bullet and there might have been another gun. And it seems that the truth is, the murder probably took place after 8:30, and we ended up going through like several people. We brought up Inspector Singh and the other, I think it was Wu Moon, Officer Wu Moon to the stand, and they testified, and we ended up finding out that, yeah, Shen is innocent. He couldn't have done it according to our evidence. But we went a step beyond. We were thinking about who could have done this, and after talking about it a little bit, we found out, oh, it was Officer Singh. Or at least it seems like he's confessing now, because he's like, oh no, I gotta protect my benefactor, it seems like. And after a little bit more consideration, we decided to bring Ting Xiang, which is the shop assistant, to the stand because they also had ample opportunity to commit the murder because they were also the first one to find the body. So that's where we are right now. We have the meek assistant to the stand, and we're going to question her for more stuff. We've locked down this area and nobody can escape until we find the killer. So let's get into it.
丁香，对于沈先生的指控，你有什么要说的吗？
沈先生说的对。
Oh my god, well that was quick.
这一切都是我的错。
Oh no, she's gonna be like, it's my fault because I'm cursed, not because I killed him. Well, I killed him because I'm cursed. And we're gonna be like, that's not what I was looking for.
老板肯定是因为雇了我才死的。我经常搞砸事情，让他不满。我还是个倒霉的人。
Yeah.
总是给别人带来厄运。
I knew she was gonna say that. I mean, technically she did have ample opportunity. Is she gonna be the big bad though? That doesn't feel right.
我真的很后悔。如果我没有去洋货铺工作，老板就不会有这样的结局了。
So what are you thinking, Shen? What are you thinking?
沈先生，你确定丁香姑娘是杀人凶手？她看起来很内向，人畜无害。
Perfectly harmless. Nobody could ever be the murderer, right?
丁香姑娘，我很好奇一件事。我听说，初次现场调查时你也在，并且协助巡捕清点了现场物品。
The inventory, is that going to be relevant? Is it going to be like how the room was reorganized, or maybe the missing rice?
但巡捕却没有发现书房中有地窖。
Yeah, okay. It was about the secret room.
吴老板真的没和你提过这个吗？
我不知道，我才刚来到洋货铺不久，一切都还在慢慢适应中。都怪我，工作不够努力。如果我能赢得老板更多的信任，或许他就会把重要的事情告诉我了。
沈先生，你有证据能证明丁香是凶手吗？
I'm kind of curious too.
阿福，你注意到了吗？
No.
在丁香的身上有一处痕迹，是在作案过程中产生的。
Oh yeah, she does have marks on. That was one of the reasons why we suspected her, is because she has marks on her arms, and Shen said that the person must have been injured. Really? She has marks right here. Oh wait, what? Clothing. She wears a simple but tidy purple robe. No, it's like calluses on right hand. Noticeable calluses on the right hand at the base of the thumb and index fingers, matching the characteristics of the gun callus mentioned by Shen. What about the left hand? A circular pink scar with swollen skin and blisters on both wrists, indicating early frostbite. Oh, frostbite. That's really weird to get unless you were close to the dry ice. It's probably gonna be that. I want to see the other things though. A badge with the character this medicine on her left arm. So what is it about her clothing? Oh, okay, just simple. What about her face, her eyes? appears melancholic and shy, avoiding direct eye contact. However, her eyes lack genuine emotional fluctuation, revealing a cold indifference as her true nature. Oh! Oh, wow! Freckles! Several freckles on her cheek, 2 uniform in color, with overly distinct edges and orderly distribution, likely painted on. Oh, wait. Is this not her, like, real identity? Her hair. Short, simple hair accessories with long bangs and no accessories. Did I say accessories twice? Whoops. The roots slightly mismatched the scalp, and oh, really? I didn't even notice that. And the hair color too uniformly perfect, suggesting a carefully made wig. Oh, she's gonna be the Phantom, the Shanghai Phantom. But this is the major thing, I think, the frostbite.
丁香姐，如果你不知道书房中有地窖，那你手腕上的冻伤是怎么回事？
Man, I kind of wish they didn't give the other details because like I would have never figured that out. But it kind of told me straight up, basically. Huh.
丁香姑娘手腕上还真有一拳冻伤，难道她也跟江先生一样接触了干冰吗？
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize that was frostbite. I thought it was just another bruise on like the one on her wrist.
时值9月，天气尚冷，
It's hot as balls,
若
especially in
不是接触
China.
了干冰，丁香姑娘的手腕上怎么会留下冻伤？
不知这干冰是为何物啊？
Wait, did Shen know about the dry ice? I mean, maybe?
干冰是二氧化碳凝固的产物，很罕见，主要用于保鲜和制作汽水。
Wait. It just occurred to me. I was completely wrong. I thought that the thing in the background for Shen was a cat because I thought that was the right shape. But the cat came into this room after Shen was arrested, so it couldn't be right. So I guess it had to be someone else. I could have swore that was like a cat shape.
干冰温度极低，接触皮肤会迅速升华，带走热量和水分，形成冻伤。
Sorry, what'd you say about CO2? Like dry ice is made of CO2? Solidified carbon dioxide. Okay, for preservation, yeah.
这是几天前我帮老板搬鱼时不小心接触到的。
How would you know about the
在自愈周期
fish?
的不同阶段，冻伤伤口的外观是不同的。
The appearance of frostbite wounds vary in different stages of the healing process. I mean, I guess she could have just, known about the fish, but maybe he didn't show her the room. He brought it down himself. Either way, it's really sus.
我是指沈先生你们来的那天上午。
Are we gonna say that those wounds weren't on her at the time?
不必再撒谎了，丁香姑娘。
林香，帮我招呼一下李小姐。
好，
Yeah, they weren't there.
我们来拜访时，你的手上并没有伤痕。
We got her. This fake was okay, so she's cursed because she is the curse. She's making it. She's stealing from you. It's not actually a curse. She's just making it seem like, oh, bad things happen to me. But when she is the bad thing.
不仅我见到了，五巡捕、李小姐和阿福也都能作证。
先生到底是先生，当时丁香姐的手上还真是没有伤痕的。
I mean, other than our memory, we don't really have proof of that, right? We don't have any physical proof.
事已至此，你还不愿卸下伪装吗？
Woo! Woo! Uh-oh.
看来这种内向人设，还真是不适合上法庭呢。
Uh-oh. It seems that this introverted persona is truly unsuitable for the courtroom.
你是什
Oh,
么时候看
jeez.
出来的？
When did you figure it out? Oh, man.
那天下午在
Scars
杨
and
浦途中
everything.
我就注意到你右手虎口有明显的剪痕。
Damn, you noticed it immediately? Okay, calluses between your right thumb and your index finger. That afternoon of the shot, but she didn't fire the gun yet because at that time Stone was still alive, right? I guess it's just calluses from firing guns before.
这是长时间握持枪械的典型迹象。
Ah, okay, yeah, there we go.
你果然很有趣，难怪名气那么大。先前是我拖大了。
I made a mistake. Oh, the Mist of the Foreign Goods Store. I see.
可惜，当时我只是觉得奇怪，却没能产生足够的警觉。
Oh, that person uses a gun. Cool. All right, let's not think about it.
直到我发现你乔装来到庭审现场，才完全证实了心中的猜想。
什么猜想？
你是受托杀人，目的是灭口。
You're hired to kill, and your purpose was to silence. Ah, so... Okay, so this girl is going to be the killer, but we're gonna have to find out who hired the killer.
那么，沈先生你，我为何要来这里？
得手之后，你本可以远走高飞，却反而冒险来观审的理由只有一个。
To make sure that we get arrested?
你的任务还没有结束。
I bet the judge is like, bro, I didn't expect this in the morning. I thought it would be easy case, 1, 2, good night.
这么聪明的呢？好想打开看看。
No, don't do it.
来人，快将那丁香拿下！
Not the lobotomy. No, no.
大人且慢，我还有话要问他。
沈先生，我知道你想问什么，不过我只和死人讲真话。
I only speak the truth to the dead. Oh, so she's like, I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
如果我没猜错，这一切都是为了掩盖我哥哥命案的真相。
仲，这段时间，你到底查到了什么？
Now it's, God damn it, it's so obvious, but it's too obvious. Is it gonna be this dude? Because like they had that, yes, it seems like Shen and his partner has come to Shanghai and he's meeting with Stone. And then like they're like, yes, we will have to get rid of him or something. But like, it's so obvious. And I mean, there is like motive because there's a soda thing and Stone clearly was probably like stealing the recipe or trying to replicate it, or probably for his own personal gain. But Watson is also someone who was connected to Brian, though. I mean, the messages he sent were very positive overall to Brian, but maybe it was actually a cover-up or something. And we still don't know how he could have committed the murder. There's a lot of like on this case still. Like, we solved the current case, but, like, the one with Brian is still way up in the air.
你认为当年案件的真相又是怎样的？
Oh. Mind's Palace. Oh, 4 days ago in the police station prison cell. Okay, that was a really weird transition. The inventory has been switched to evidence, the stabbing case. Oh my god, he's drawing on the wall!
沈先生，吃饭了。
He's still trying to connect the pieces.
谢谢吴巡捕，放在地上就好。
好，那我晚些再来收。
Sorry, Wu. I was suspicious of you for no reason. It was just really fun.
何必装出一副努力查案的样子？你心里清楚得很，吴松涛一死，前面的努力又都白费了。
Ah, that's true. He needed to get the story from Wu, but he's dead. But that also leaves another trail, as you know, who was the one who killed Wu, and once we find that out, and the person who ordered them, then we can get more information. So the trail's not dead.
我说过，这件事不用你管。你浪费了3年时间，现在弄得自己身陷囹圄，却还在嘴硬。
Face reality, John. The one who killed your brother was himself.
Young man, I'll say this one last time. Your brother has recent bruising on the fingertips. Similarly, there are fresh scratches on the chair legs where he was sitting. This indicates that he was still conscious shortly before his death.
But
even with your suggested method, a conscious person awaiting death from a falling dagger should still be considered a suicide.
We had the coroner re-examine the body, and there were no signs of localized anesthesia.
My parents passed away early. My brother took care of me as I grew up. I know he was incredibly resilient. No matter the challenges, he would never give up on life.
I wonder if this might have to do with that thing where it's like the hospital was set on fire and 20 people died. Honestly, I'm still like not quite sure about Brian's case. I know that's on purpose because that's like the big final case that we have to circle back to solve. But like, I wonder if it might actually be like a suicide, but like one where he was coerced to do it because he was left with no other choice. Maybe he was, like I mentioned this before, maybe he was inadvertently responsible for the deaths of 20 plus people in the hospital, and as a result, he maybe ended up taking his own life. I'm not sure. Still up in the air. But it's just that, like, I mean, we did figure out a method in how it could have been murder, but like so far, nothing's really clicking.
John, I understand your feelings. Everyone's done their best, be it you or us.
To be fair, you know, these... I mean, sure, I mentioned Gaunt was kind of a dick, but they've both actually been surprisingly cooperative. Shen kept, like, throwing out theories, and, you know, whenever things didn't make sense, they rejected it, but once there was a possibility, they went along with it and tried to recreate it, and only found more evidence that it couldn't have been it.
Please sign here.
Sign it or not. The body's preservation period is up. He will be cleared from the cold storage tomorrow.
The pixelated faces.
Sign away, John. It's time to look forward.
Jones is less pixelated than Gaunt for some reason.
后来，你被迫签了字，但也暗下决心要找到凶手。此后3年，你往返于中英两地，收集一切与案件有关的蛛丝马迹。
And solving a lot of cases.
你深度调查案件中提及的每一个人，以及每一个与他们有关的人。
Deadly hospital fire claims lives of 20 patients. Yeah, there we go. Oh, snap. Oh, wow.
你甚至针对每个人都制定了详尽的复仇计划，就仿佛他们都是罪犯。
Oh, he even formulated revenge plans for everyone. I wonder how he's gonna get revenge on this old lady. Wasn't she terminal with a year left to live? By now she should be dead.
你收集的资料堆满了整个房间，已经无法带在身边。于是，你记住了所有的细节，放在脑海内交叉比对。
Damn, does he have photographic memory? I guess every detective does.
已经超过了你的大脑所能处理的极限。
Oh, exceeded his processing power. Jen, you need a rest. Don't overexert yourself.
努力了3年都没有结果。你有没有想过，你想要证明的东西，也许根本就是错的？
我知道，那些大夫都说你再也不可能说话了，但哥哥不会放弃。
不，是你把问题想得太简单了。哥哥的命案现场与《凿井之殇》里的描述如出一辙，这绝不是巧合，而是模仿杀人。凶手是知道小说内容的人。
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that really, at least in hindsight, like prevents it from really being a murder is the fact that it heavily tried to copy that murder from that novel, because otherwise, why bother going through that if you're going to commit suicide? To make it seem like, I mean, overall, it ended up seeming like suicide. So unless it's a murder, there's no reason for
真是
that.
撞到了南墙也不回头。你连作者勾陈居士是谁都不知道，还想找其他人？我怎么不知道？勾陈居士就是……
Oh, it's not Stone?
吴松涛吗？
哎呦，你拿我寻开心呐！我哪里会写book呀？
吴松涛，看上去确实不像会写小说之人。
It's another person then, so it has to be another Wu. But the Wus we know, we haven't really connected then yet.
哦，那你觉得？
I guess maybe it's Toby. Oh, that wouldn't really, honestly, none of this really makes sense, to be honest. If Sanosora wrote that thing 5 years ago, I legit don't know. It's not gonna be Brian, is it? Nah, I don't think that's it.
直觉告诉我，哥哥才是早井之声的作者。你就是凭直觉成为侦探的。为何会这么想
Why would I think that way?
物品表明，哥哥符合早井之声作者的特征。
What evidence suggests the book was written by Brian? Oh, is it right? Because they also have this picture. Oh shit! That was I just completely guessed that.
无论是吴松涛说的话，还是这张合影，都表明哥哥去过吴家祠堂。
Oh my! That was a complete shot in the dark.
那是我们家的旧祠堂啊！你是怎么晓得的？哦，肯定是伯安托尼讲过。
而勾陈居士从祠堂的藻井获得灵感，写了《藻井之殇》。
Wow.
勾陈之乡，
Wow.
位居中央。
At the heaven's very heart.
勾陈，即是北极星。
Wait. Sorry, I gotta reread that again. At the heaven's very heart. It's talking about the North Star, okay, because...
会没想到，
What's that gonna signify?
北极星是天空中唯一不动的星，它会一直待在北天际。
They did mention the Big Dipper several times. Hell, they mentioned it in the book. Now it's like it was in the candles, it was in the wardrobe. So, like, I guess that's the reason why they kept mentioning it. So, Sinosora is the star that remains fixed in the sky, always staying at the... Oh! Oh! I did not know that.
无论离家多远，只要找到北极星，就能找到回家的方向。
Did they actually say Sinosora the last time?
如果你应该明白这意味着什么。
You know what that implies? The murderer is an acquaintance of Brian. The murderer is an avid reader. The murderer is a casual reader. I guess an acquaintance of Brian.
凶手是哥哥在伦敦的熟人。此人不但熟悉他的生活，也熟悉这部小说。你调查过他认识的每个人，这样的人存在吗？
I'm really hoping it's not Joseph.
哥哥在伦敦的熟人不多，他们都有切实的。你应该明白这意味着什么。
Oh, okay. Avid reader.
凶手是
Sure, that's a weird choice.
只有这样的人，才会试图重现作品中的杀人手法。但早井智商并未公开发表，
Yeah.
也没有任何迹象表明这部小说在伦敦传播过。你应该明白这意味着什么。
The murderer is a casual reader.
凶手偶然读到了小说，
I don't get this
因为
one
小说的
either.
某些情节而对哥哥产生了敌意。可是，小说既然从未公开发表过， 这敌意又是从何而来的呢？你宁愿把时间浪费在这些牵强附会的假设上，也不愿面对真正的答案。
Oh God, his brain's going crazy.
真正的答案，你早就知道。
Oh God, Brian is a murderer. He killed himself. It's suicide. Uh-oh. It's suicide. No. Oh, I have to kill all of them. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Oh, I have to hold it. Oh my God. It was suicide, apparently. It really is. Oh, this was in the cell. Okay, never mind. Why would you commit suicide that way?
我明白了。
It's so weird.
问题从来都不是会不会，而是为什么。
Okay, yeah, now it can make sense, yeah. So, it seems like it's proven that he killed himself. But now, yeah, like you said, now we have to find out why. I can only assume it's the hospital thing. Oh, what? The ghost is here. Chongping.
我们一起找出真相。
What? Oh, overlap. Oh.
以本物之相，即本事之相，次第安顿于各处所。
Oh, damn, he really taught him that. Oh. Wow, review. Problem description. If Brian really chose suicide, why did he set it up like the scene in the locked room and the death under the caisson? Why mimic the method of killing himself as described in the novel? In the previous deductions, some clues have not been fully explained. I need to rethink about the connections between these clues and find the answer. This is kind of interesting because now we're looking at this from a completely different perspective. Instead of how could he have been murdered? We're now considering the fact that it is suicide, but now it's why did he commit suicide? English paper. Paper found in Stonewood titled Exploration of Method to Extract Brucine from Strychnos noxvomica. And I guess that was supposed to be italicized, but it didn't go through. Method in the novel. Toxicity of a poison in Stonewood's novel. Now we're still calling it Stonewood's novel. There's a striking resemblance to the circumstance in the crime scene. Discovery of the body. The body was first discovered by the police at 2:28 p.m. on the day of the incident. Missing book. A book from Brian's desk is missing. There are ink stains on the spine of the book. It is presumed that Brian died between 2 and 2:28 p.m. on the day of the incident. Distress telegram. The Kingston Police Station received an anonymous distress telegram at 2:05 p.m. on the day of the incident. 2:05, and he died between 2 and 2:28. Telegraph machine. The telegraph on the desk shows signs of having been used on the day of the incident. Okay. So there's nothing on the outside. Or is there? No, there was nothing. Police district map. Diagram showing the division of the police jurisdictions. Miss Chung's house is in Area A, under the jurisdiction of the Westminster Police. Miss Cheng's testimony. On the day of the incident, Miss Cheng felt that someone was surveilling her house and had informed Brian about the situation. Was Brian going to die, so he decided to kill himself instead? At the time of his murder, Brian's body was contorted, resembling symptoms of strychnine poisoning, yet the toxicology report came back negative. Is it... Is it possible that he was doing this to send a message to someone who has read his book? Like trying to frame them in a way, or trying to tell them that they're responsible? This is really weird. I'm not exactly sure what to connect to what, to be honest. Time of death was probably connected with telegraph. Given these 2 points, it's difficult to draw a convincing conclusion. Never mind. Is the English paper related to the missing book? Nope. Okay, estimated time of death and discovery of the body. It took 15 minutes for the Kensington police station to the murder scene by car. The police station arrived at the murder scene almost immediately after Brian's death. The police discovered the body immediately. Okay, so 15 minutes. The stress telegram connects with that too. The alarm telegram was sent right after Brian finished setting up the killing mechanism. The purpose was to ensure that the police arrived at the scene quickly as possible. So it was very tight. See, he set up the trick to make sure that the police would get there really, really, really quickly. Police district map with the tight schedule? Nah. Telegraph machine. On the day of the murder, someone did use the telegraph machine, but not to retrieve the key. Since the mechanism in the room were arranged by Brian and the telegram was sent immediately, the person who sent the alarm telegram is very likely to be Brian. Yeah. We want the police to be the first one to discover his death scene. Brian's wish for police discovery. Maybe that connects to the police district? Normally this case is to be handled by the Westminster police station. It's closer to the scene. Due to the receipt of the alarm telegram, the Kingston police station became involved. Is this the purpose behind Brian's decision to go further away for help? Yes, it must be for this person. Wait, I don't get it. It's gotta be one of these three. I'll try Joseph. Brian's friend Joseph is serving as a sergeant at the Kingston police station. I forgot about that. Brian sent the telegram to him. Brian wanted Joseph to investigate the scene first. So, I guess connect it with his body? No. It seems like it's forming like one of those patterns that like stick out like that in a spiral. So I want to connect this with Miss Chung. Nope. Nah, but this does not explain why she committed suicide. Okay, so Brian want Joseph to investigate the scene first, so that he would take the missing book. No. So he would see the method and I guess it has to be English paper. What? I tried everything. Okay, I tried connecting this with everything. It didn't work. So let's try the other thing so far. Method in the novel with the body. Wow. The victim in the novel didn't show Ospita Honotal, unlike the case of Brian. But at the moment, I should focus more on the connection between the clues. I'm kind of confused about this thing. So Miss Chung felt that someone was surveilling her house and had information about had informed Brian about this situation. Oh, the body contortion matches with the English paper. The research paper about brucine was found on Stone Wu's desk. The paper mentions a new drug called brucine can be extracted from the Nux vomica plant. Auntie Vu believed Brian's occurrence of Opisthaloba is due to strychnine poisoning. But toxicological tests show that there is no strychnine residue in Brian's body. A new drug called brucine is likely responsible for causing the opisthotonus in Brian's body. Okay, so Brian's poisoning by brucine, but it seems like he was the one who made it, right? Or maybe not. Brian's poisoning shows... I need to learn how to say this word. I'll try my best. Opisthotonus. Okay, so... poisoning by brucine, method in the novel? No. That connects with Miss Chung's testimony. It's evident that Brian had already become aware of being poisoned and closely watched. This is what prompted him to choose suicide. Brian, in desperation, realizing that he was poisoned and under close surveillance, Brian chose suicide. Oh! I see. So they're saying that he was already going to die, so he decided to kill himself to potentially leave some clues. He was supposed to die from brucine poisoning, but it's something else. So, missing book. Wanted Joseph to investigate the scene first. Method in the novel? Brian in desperation. I think it's gonna be... Since Brian knew that he was gonna die, and he chose suicide, maybe he wants to inform Joseph. Yeah. He realized he couldn't escape the fate of death, so he left some clues at the scene for Joseph. He must be desperate at that moment. He had no choice but to be cautious of everyone. He had to convey a message in a secretive manner. I think that's gonna be the method in the novel. Brian wouldn't do anything meaningless before his death. His suicide by imitating the death in methods in Death Under the Kaison must be related to his purpose. This is very likely his means of conveying message. But why was he so certain that Joseph would be able to understand his intentions? Also, Joseph may be the one who took the book. Brian, welcome back to the Conan Doyle Circle. Enjoy the return. Joseph. They are both members of the Conan Doyle Circle. It's highly likely that Brian showed Joseph Death Under the Kaison before. And that leads to the missing book.
那本消失的书，很可能是早井智商的手稿，他被约瑟带走了。
Yeah, so it's not Joseph. He went to inform Joseph, but he had to do it very secretly. And that's why the book was missing, because Joseph took it.
里面有哥哥留下的死亡遗言。
Unraveling the web. Oh man, that sent chills down my
当年
spine.
的案件，的确是哥哥亲手布置机关，将利刃刺入了自己的胸膛。
你终究是接受事实了。
That does beg the question, though. If Joseph was able to get all of these, to piece all this together and take the book, then why has he, quote unquote, not either figured it out, or why has he not done anything? In that case, it might. Okay, so it's clear that he's not the evildoer or the mastermind, but maybe he didn't say anything because it was his father? That's the only reason I can think of. It was related to his family.
怎么会这样？
即便如此，那起案件仍然留下了许多疑团。其中最令我不解的是，
You know, this shows that even though he ended up, you can argue that all the work that he put in to finding an alternate killing method for Brian went to waste because he ended up killing himself. But that was completely wrong because, I mean, that's actually not true. It actually ended up being very vital because he found that murder method and he found another book that had the same murder method that led him to this journey throughout the entire game. So even though he ultimately comes to the conclusion that his brother killed himself, he's able to piece that together because he thought there was a murder in the first place, and now he's able to go one step further and find out who was the person that was originally going to kill Brian.
约瑟，你明明比我更清楚命案现场与那本小说之间的关联，为什么要瞒着我？
Yeah, it's showing that he's clearly hiding something, but it's also weird because Brian trusted him so much, so we know that he's not the killer.
你从现场带走的那本书中，有哥哥留给你的东西吧？
What?
你是哥哥最好的朋友，他临终前刻意将电报发到了肯辛顿警局，就是为了确保你能第一时间进入现场。约瑟，你还打算继续隐瞒吗？
It's gonna be related to his father. Yeah, his father's gonna be the big bad. It's gonna be terrifying because his daughter and his father are both here.
事实上，瞒着你是伯安的意思。
Oh, no. Okay, never mind. It was Brian's intention.
什么？
我与伯安是在柯南道尔的书友会上认识的。
Oh, some random characters that we'll never see again.
他很喜欢柯南道尔的小说，也曾尝试自己创作。这本笔记本里装着他所有的手稿，伯安只给我看过。
This notebook contains all of his manuscripts, and Brian only showed them to me.
早井之伤是我最喜欢的一篇。
Oh.
我们甚至在他的书房里还原过书中的轨迹。没想到，最后他竟用那种方式提醒我去看笔记本。
笔记本里还有什么？
除了小说手稿外，笔记本里还夹着一份关于高科碱的研究报告。
Cocaine, is that the drug that that's some kind of drug. Joseph handed the notebook to Shen Chongping.
先生，高科这个名字，我好像听你提起过。
Crockpot. I have no idea what this
那是一
is.
种植物。
It's a plant. Is that the one for Nux vomica?
哥哥在弗洛伊德的一篇文章中了解到高科，并研究了许多年。从研究报告看，他成功从植物高科中发现了一种新药。他想用这种药来抑制鸦片成瘾后的戒断症状，开发出高效的戒烟药。
很遗憾，这项研究最终未能成功。
Did not succeed.
是因为新药不能有效抑制烟瘾吗？
Oh. Is it possible that he tested it out on the people in the hospital and they end up dying, but because the project was so big, they end up covering it up by setting it on fire?
恰恰相反，患者在使用新药后，很快就摆脱了对鸦片的依赖，但他们无一例外的对新药产生了强烈渴求。
Oh, it caused them to be addicted to this new drug instead of opium.
你是说，哥哥研究高科碱多年？
Oh, is this a different way of saying cocaine?
最终做出的不是戒烟药，而是比鸦片更厉害的毒品。
从伯安留下的研究资料来看，的确如此。
Report on cocaine. This document introduces the extraction of the method of cocaine, C17H21N04.
所以，
I'm gonna check something really quickly. We still haven't used this this 4K. We got a lot of evidence that's kind of all over the place. But yeah, our evidence is now filled with stuff in the past case, not the current one. The only thing from the current case is, I guess, cocaine. We still haven't gotten that like recipe thing or that formula thing that Stone was trying to replicate. So everything my brother did was to entrust these documents to you?
我想，是的。
我越听越糊涂了。如果伯安先生只是想把资料交给贝先生的话，为什么会自尽呢？
他这么做是为了……
约瑟，这件事就由我来说明吧。
老贝尔，你知道当年的事？
You
伯安
familiar
的
with
研
what
究项目
happened?
是我资助的。3年前的悲剧，我一直惋惜至今。来人，快给贝尔爵士搬一把椅子。
We must appease the Englishmen. Oh wow, testimony, the tragedy 3 years ago.
最初约瑟介绍我认识伯安时，他的研究受到了沙逊家族打压。
Ah, the Sassoon family is up again. Yeah.
沙逊家族，那个靠鸦片生意发家的犹太财阀。
没错。
Oh, look at
当
this
时的
picture
伯
of
安
him.
经历了很多困难，几乎要被迫退学。
Oh man, this is kind of epic actually, this drawing.
我抱着试一试的心态
Oh my
赞助了他
god,
一
look
些
at all
资金
this.
没想到，他很快取得了成果。
It really looks like someone took some like real photos and tried to animate it.
在正式合作1年后，他就成功研制出了第一版药物。可惜，在临床实验中，药物出现了成瘾性高的问题。
Look at this girl, like oh!
一位患者私自大量服药后，极度亢奋，最后心律紊乱而死。
Okay, now these are really uncanny and kind of feel
这让伯
weird.
安非常内疚， 并陷入了深深的迷茫。在后续的研究中，伯安不断尝试减少高可碱在药物中的比例，确实配置出了弗洛伊德书中所说的能够消除疲劳、提高情绪的试剂。
But then people got addicted.
在长期观察下，受药者还是表现出了药物滥用和成瘾的倾向。不久后，悲剧再次发生。另一位患者偷服药物，产生了强烈幻觉，点燃了所在医院。
I wonder if this is still. This could still be a cover-up. Maybe he administrated it to the patients.
那场大火成了压垮伯安精神的，所以伯安之所以用极端的方式将资料交给约瑟，是想让约瑟阻止戒烟药的研发工作继续下去。但事实上，他完全可以找到我，把他的诉求直接告诉我。
Oh my god, look at this phantom still here like, yeah, I'm still relevant.
难怪3年前，沃森大药房停止了所有的戒烟药业务。
这样的事有瞒着我的必要吗？
伯安一心研究戒烟药，却反而制出了毒品，
which also led to the death of like 20 people.
所以他才不希望你知道这件事。
Okay, I'm increasingly sus of this already increasingly sus person.
我们已经在沈先生的私事上浪费了太多时间。现在既然事实已经明了，应该将关注点移回当下的案子。
Oh man, you know, the judge is technically not wrong. There are a lot of unanswered questions, but they are not directly related to the current case, which is the murder of Stone. We've already figured out who it is. They admitted it. I mean, so did the other officer. But like, it's clear that to us that they did it. Who told them to do it? That's not of this court doesn't care about it.
沈先生，你还打算继续追究你哥哥的案件？
Get to the bottom of things.
不，我不认为那是真相。哥哥引咎自尽，并不能解释这一事实的存在。
The existence of this. Okay, let's take a look. It's gonna be this actually. Someone was monitoring her house. It doesn't explain that. Never mind.
哥哥引咎自尽，与这件证物之间。
Okay,
我
whoops.
需要重新考虑一下。
Actually, no. It would be explained by the Sassoon family was also after him.
哥哥引咎自尽。
Is it the state of the bot? I honestly don't know. Oh, it is.
引咎自尽，解释不了哥哥尸体的脚弓反张现象。
Yeah. I thought it was because of the drug that he was poisoned with.
我询问过的仵作都说，这是马钱子中毒的典型症状。
Oh, but it's actually proven that it wasn't Nox vomica.
但不按尸体的湿地宁检测呈阴性，反区应该是其他原因引起的。
不，更可能的情况是，这篇论文显示，除了士地宁，马钱子还能提炼出名为布鲁生的药物。它与士地宁的药效相近，但毒性更弱，中毒反应更慢，更不易察觉。
竟然还有这样的药物！
哥哥自尽，绝不是出于什么心理问题，而是意识到自己身中剧毒后的无奈之举。
那你认为下毒的人是？
毒害我哥哥的凶手，同样也是雇佣丁香杀害吴宗涛之人。
Are we really gonna identify someone now? Any joke answer? I'm too curious. It's gone to you, son of a bitch.
这不是下毒之人。
It's not the code. I need to focus on thinking it.
毒害我哥哥的凶手。
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Daddy. Watson, but I want to try some other names. Some that could have been funnier. It's you, old lady. No. Okay, no, it's relatively generic dialogue. What if I say it was myself? Okay, no, it's certainly not me. Alright, yeah. I think that's enough. We'll accuse Watson.
线索都指向了同一个人，贝尔爵士。你就是这两起案件的罪魁祸首。
He's like, what? Oh,
Watson.
Watson? He's not even phased.
你现在是要指控贝尔爵士杀人吗
？Attempted murder?
正是。
Joan，是什么让你对我产生了误会？
这不是误会。吴松涛离开伦敦前，曾将一项专利高价卖给沃森集团。
Stone Wu sold a patent to the Watson Group at a high price before leaving London.
而这篇从马钱子中提取布鲁生的方法探究的作者，正是吴松涛。我敢肯定，他就是把布鲁生的提炼方法卖给了你。
合情合理的。
Old Bell, aren't you planning to defend yourself against such accusations?
A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. John, you are just temporarily blinded by hatred. I believe time will provide the answers, and he will gradually understand by
He's not phased at all.
陈先生，法庭不接受无端的指控。你坚称贝尔爵士毒害了你的哥哥，有证据吗？
我哥哥的死亡时间，在3年前8月15日下午2点到2点28分。
All right, he did meet with him earlier, I believe.
他的尸体被发现时，呈绞弓反张状，面部表情扭曲而诡异，而衣角上血迹斑斑的抓痕则表明，他刚经历了难以想象的痛苦。显然，哥哥在临死前已经出现了毒发后期的症状，而布鲁生的摄入者大多会在4到5小时内死亡。考虑到时间因素，这份证据表明，贝尔爵士有杀人嫌疑。
It's gonna be all the telegrams that was sent, I believe. Yeah, it's this thing because this thing has all the telegrams from Bell.
这些电报就是证据。
Afu submitted the decrypted contents of the telegrams to the courts.
我不明白，这些看上去都只是寻常的交流而已，如何能证明贝尔爵士下了毒呢？
Oh, I just noticed there's a Chinese officer and like a British officer.
到底是哪封电报说明贝尔爵士有罪？
It's gonna be the one that's like maybe in the office. 4 to 5 hours.
正如贝尔爵士自己所言，时间会给出答案。
Oh, that's not what I meant.
上午9点，哥哥去了贝尔爵士的办公室。
Damn, he has a picture of himself.
下午2点前后，他出现了绞弓反张的症状，两者的间隔正好是5个小时。
In the eyes of a bigot, my guilt is presumed. Innocence a mere shadow.
Stop being so poetic.
Joseph, why don't you try talking to John and persuading him?
事实上，这份证据并没有足够的证明力。
That is true. Brian also ran into several people, including like Toby, etc. But I don't think that's enough.
周，你自己刚才也说了，从中毒到死亡的时间是4到5个小时。在上午9点到10点这段时间里，波安还接触过许多其他人。
你和琼斯警官调查过他的所有行程，也询问过每个见过他的人。你比谁都清楚，那天除了在贝尔爵士处喝过咖啡，他没吃任何东西。
At 9 a.m. that morning, I had arranged to meet Brian for coffee to talk his recent conditions.
很遗憾，已知的目击证人无法覆盖整段时间，我们也很难确认波安是否曾在加州摄入过食物或水。
哼，还真是个好托词。即便食
He's
物
not
或
wrong,
水里
though.
真的被人下了药，现在也不好查证了。
此案甚是复杂，还需深入查证。贝尔爵士，事后烦请您屈尊去巡捕房说明一下情况。
约瑟已经提出了一个合理怀疑，在这个疑问解开之前，我不认为有必要给贝尔爵士添麻烦。
He's like, no, leave my friend alone.
贺大人提醒的是，沈先生，你还有证据能回应贝尔检察长的质疑吗？
先生陷入了苦战。
It's up to me now.
可心姐，我们得想想办法。
3年前的案子我不太了解，不过在贝尔爵士最开始的发言中，我注意到一处不自然的地方。
I did not notice.
那就赶紧提出来吧。
虽然我不知道贺大人所说的合理怀疑能否成立，但我忍不住好奇，为什么贝尔爵士要在之前的发言中撒谎呢？
撒谎？不知我的哪句话让文小姐误会了？
哪有这么多误会？你说的话明明与这件证物存在矛盾。
Inquiry. Find the inconsistencies with the statements with the evidence.
起初，伯安的研究遭到沙逊家族阻挠，我出于尝试的心态资助了他。
That seems right.
正式合作后，他顺利研制出了第一版药物，可惜药物的成瘾性过高。
I think that's right.
一位患者因私自大量服药亢奋致死，让伯安陷入了深深的迷茫。
A patient took a large dose and succumbed. Okay, maybe.
他改良了药的配方，但受药者还是表现出了药物滥用和成瘾的倾向。一位受药者因幻觉引发医院火灾，这是压垮伯安精神的最后一根稻草。
I think it's gonna be that.
伯安用极端方式将资料交给约瑟，是想让约瑟阻止戒烟药的研发。
Okay, let's look at our evidence. Oh! This was after his death. Yeah, wait, no. Okay, no. This was not. I mean, no, it was after his death. So Brian passed away on August 15th at around 2. But here it says, specifically, this paper was written on the 16th, but it said, the hospital caught on fire last night, so it was late on the 15th. I see. The fire in the hospital became the final straw. No, that's wrong.
贝尔爵士，之前你提到的火灾是发生在圣玛丽医院吗？
我想，是的。
这就怪了。火灾明明发生在8月15日晚上，也就是伯安先生去世后。
Oh my god. Holy crap, I didn't see that.
为何你却说他压垮了伯安先生的精神呢？
I think it's because when we received the evidence, all that stuff had already happened, so I just kind of assumed, but like there was no direct relation at the time, so it was hard to. I didn't really notice the dates.
还是说，伯安先生其实从没想过放弃生命，而所谓的自杀倾向，根本就是你编造的谎话。
看来随着岁月的流逝，连记忆都开始与我
Yeah, I don't remember killing him.
贝尔爵士只是记错了时间，不构成不实陈述。
No, that would be a false statement.
文小姐的观点与议题无关，驳回。
贺大人，事关沈仲平兄长自尽的原因，怎会
？He's trying to protect his homie, even though he's a bloodthirsty killer.
一个人记错了时间，就等同于他下毒了吗？
这，陈先生，关于下毒之指控，你是否还有其他的证据？
暂时没有。
既然没有，我只能驳回你的请求。
Watson's like, ooh, I'm gonna kill you next.
即便3年前的案件缺乏证据，
Oh,
还有
the
证据
drums are
表
going
明
real in.
贝尔爵士与吴松涛一案有关。
Back to the current case.
阿福，我确信，贝尔爵士不仅毒害了我哥哥，也是谋杀吴松涛的幕后黑手。这2起案件之间存在更深的关联。你对吴松涛案更熟，帮我一起找线索吧。
Okay, this makes sense.
包在我身上。
Back to the shooting case.
请出示表明贝尔爵士与吴松涛一案有关联的证据。
Evidence that shows connection between Mr. Bell and Stone Wu's case. It's gonna be that formula, probably. I want to say it's this, but screw it. Nice.
其实，证据一直都在辛格巡长手中。
我没有。你不要害我。
I didn't do it this time. Stop.
巡捕房收缴的证物中，有一张合影是先生从吴松涛书房里带走的。我在机缘巧合下发现，他的相框中还夹着一张纸条：1000克水，200克蔗糖，100克干冰，4.8克柠檬酸。
Uh-oh, Coca-Cola's gonna go after you, bro.
我没猜错的话，这张纸条便是沃森集团遗失的快乐水配方。 也是你一直在奉命寻找的东西。
怎么会这样
Oh, what was Singh searching for? Resolved.
这个配方并非沃森集团所有。
是不是你们的配方其实很好鉴定？只需
Just make it. Just make it, bro.
这不符合证据标准，驳回。
He is really like, nope, nope, nope.
可是我还什么都没说啊。
既然配方是在吴松涛的书房中发现的，就应该默认它归属于吴松涛，除非有明确的反证。
Is there evidence?
应该有证据能证明这个配方与贝尔爵士有关。
Let's see. I mean, let's. I don't know if any. Oh, C17H21 NO4. C17H21 NO4. C17H21 NO4.
只要仔细看配方的内容，就会发现。
I just got shivers down my spine.
汽水的成分中含有高科碱。
高科碱是伯安先生研发的一种新药，只在他的笔记中提到过。可以说，这种药物的化学结构是几乎无人知晓的。
That's why Coke is so addictive.
只有全程参与药物研发的贝尔爵士和持有笔记的贝先生除外，而他们 都与沃森集团有关。
Oh, he can't protect his homie no more. Even he's sweating.
我哥哥的笔记中明确提到， 高科碱具有极强的成瘾性，即使剂量再小也不例外。这才是沃森牌快乐水成功的真相。
Oh, that's why people are lining up. He was literally selling bottled Coke, and I don't mean Coke as in cola, but Coke as in Coke, the drug.
也是贝尔爵士杀人灭口的根本动机。
这倒是个有趣的。
你们的说法依旧无法解释。
Is our judge gonna be like, okay, no, it's my court now?
为什么沃森集团的汽水配方会出现在吴松涛的书房中
？Stole it.
沃森集团的汽水配方被沪上密客所盗，这是人尽皆知的新闻。在此前的庭审中，巡捕房曾明确表示，沪上密客与吴松涛往来密切。
So that person wasn't the Shanghai Phantom. They're just some assassin killer person.
因此，吴松涛持有沪上密客所盗之配方，是合乎情理的推测。
He's like, no, bro, what you do? I can't cover for you no more. It's always back to money.
Herman, it's the first time I've seen someone leave you speechless.
Thanks to you, as always.
看来我还是有必要说明一下，配方不可能属于沃森集团的理由，这也是快乐水真正的秘密。不过，我需要一个更私密的环境。
So I can pull out my gun and shoot you.
出于保护沃森集团商业秘密的必要性，本案转为非公开审理，请无关人员到法庭外的大厅等候。
Okay.
贝尔爵士，请说明配方不可能属于沃森集团的理由。
I know this girl is like family and all, but should she be here? She's about to see her granddaddy get probably convicted for murder.
快乐水真正的秘密是，根本就不存在什么秘密配方，那只是一种
营销策略。
你们真以为一个产品能取得如此巨大的成功，
The formula is money.
不，靠的是品牌和叙事。神奇饮料的绝密配方，藏在价值连城的保险柜中，多么令人着迷的故事！谁能按耐住一探究竟的心情，不去尝上一口以满足自己的好奇心呢？
不对，不该是这样。
沈先生，这件事你的直觉是什么？
直觉告诉我
This is like really, really weird. I wonder if Herman was just paid by Watson to proceed over this court, because Watson knew that, like, he was already involved. He knows everything because he was the person who orchestrated it. So he needed Herman here to cover up for him.
这个绝密配方只是个营销噱头。
That also explains why there is an observer for this case at all. It was a case of a Chinese person killing a Chinese person. Why is it an international case? Well, now we got a reason.
就绝无对外承认配方被盗的必要，那会将产品拉下神坛。
我也这么认为。据我所知，沃森集团曾在巡捕房设立高额奖金，悬赏沪上密客的线索。他们应该是真的在找配方。
True.
我这就向两位大人说明情况。
No, he's bought out.
这个主张虽然足以说服关大人，但贺大人依旧会用各种理由驳回。更麻烦的是，我们手头并不掌握贝尔爵士买凶杀人的确凿证据。
这贺大人满嘴程序正义，实际上只挑选对贝尔爵士有利的规则。
Yeah.
指望他做出公正裁决是不可能的，除非贝尔爵士自己承认。
也许，这就是眼下最好的办法。
你是 是说，让他自己承认？这可能吗？
And then the judge would be like, I didn't hear anything. What are you talking about?
贝尔爵士显然很重视这份配方，不然也不会为了他杀人。一个人在意的东西，往往会成为他的软肋。
Oh. Now I understand why we have a journalist on our team. Oh, if this isn't the formula, then I could just publish it.
沈先生似乎变得有些不一样了。
贝尔爵士，我再确认一下，所谓沃森集团被盗走的秘密配方其实并不存在，对吗？
的确是这样。
二位大人，看来是我弄错了。既然相框中的这份配方与沃森集团无关，那想必是我哥哥的遗物了。
何以见得？
高科碱的化学结构没有公开过，吴松涛不可能知道呀。再借用一下刚才贺大人的逻辑，配方是在伯安先生的照片中发现的，就应该默认它属于伯安先生。这么理解没问题吧？
你们想拿配方做什么
We got a reporter.
配方是沈先生哥哥的遗物，沈先生有处置权，想怎么用是他的自由。贝尔爵士为何如此关心呢？
其实告诉贝尔爵士也无妨。我打算
Destroy the formula. Make the formula public. Detect fingerprints. Make the formula
我打
public.
算拜托文小姐来处置配方。
交给谁是你的自由。
有贝尔爵士这句话就好。我听说，郑和、广和、伊利3家汽水厂都对快乐水的配方很有兴趣。苏州的瑞记正在积极拓展南洋业务，也可以聊合作。我会再送一份到渣甸集团的颐和洋行，虽说他们是您的股东，
Yeah, fingerprints isn't gonna do anything because he's always wearing gloves too.
但考虑到汽水行业丰厚的利润，想必也不会拒绝。
He's sweating. He's sweating. He's killed for this formula.
对了，我还打算在沪报上发2篇文章。侦探追查沪上密客时发现快乐水配方，沃森集团极力否认快乐水中含有新型鸦片。
你们可要想好，污蔑的后果，你们承担得起吗？
It's not slander. You just confirmed it because it's true.
配方是我家先生的，他想给谁就给谁，怎么了？
Bite me.
Old Bell, how about you double check one more time? If the formula belongs to the Watson Group, I'll order them not to disclose it.
Oh, he's freaking pissed.
承认配方是沃森集团的，就意味着你在2起命案中都有重大嫌疑。如果否认，我们便有权公开配方。这2杯毒酒，你终归要喝一杯下去。
更何况，你根本没法解释，为什么只有你知道的高科碱会出现在这个配方里。
Ah ha 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 ha. He's gonna lose either way.
配方是沃森集团的商业秘密，你们无权公开。
Oh, Joseph's like, holy crap, my dad's a killer. He killed my best friend.
沈先生，配方是沃森集团的财产，你们不得随意处置。
早说嘛！
来人，请贝尔爵士去巡捕房协助调查。
贝尔爵士不是罪犯，他哪里都不用去。
Oh, Judge
从目前的
Showdown.
情况看，吴松涛之死多半与那快乐水配方有关。贝尔爵士虽然尚未被定罪，但的确有重大嫌疑在身。协助调查乃必要流程，望贺大人配合。
贵国之司法流程野蛮粗暴，
Ah,
漠视人权。
he's pulling out the race card.
贝尔爵士作为大英帝国公民，他的尊严必须要得到保障。在没有确凿证据的情况下，我认为他没必要接受任何调查。
He said we're barbaric. Are you gonna take that from him, Quan? Oh my
贺大人提醒的
god.
是，
先生，这也太过分了！
我们没有能
Shen's
一锤
like,
定音的证据。他会这么说，不算意外。
I thought he was gonna be like, well, that's checkmate either way.
这就是个死结啊！现在能用的证据都已经用遍了，又不让贝尔爵士接受调查，难道证据会从天上掉下来吗？
这个人或许会是案件最后的突破口。
Crap. I don't know this one. Maybe it was a bad idea to get to 1 HP. This person might be the final breakthrough of the case. I think it might be Joseph. Because Joseph clearly reacted when his dad was like, give that back, you bitch. Please be right, I have 1 HP. Yes!
贝先生已经很久没说话了，他的情绪看起来也很糟糕。
Yeah.
约瑟，我可以问你一件事吗？
He's like, for the truth and my best friend, or for my father, my family.
什么事？
这份报告和笔记，就是你从现场拿走的所有东西吗？但是，无论是报告还是笔记中，都没有提到。
Yeah. That was actually one thing I was thinking I probably should have said out loud. Joseph said that it was probably Brian's wish for him not to know this stuff. But if this was the only additional thing, with absolutely no mention of Shen, where did he get that idea from?
你想说什么？
哥哥留下的资料中没有提到我，与你之前说的话存在矛盾。
In fact, it's Brian's intention to keep it from you. First one.
之前你说是哥哥让你瞒着我，但这些资料中丝毫没有提到我。我想，他应该还给你留下了别的东西。
Oh, okay.
哈，
Oh man, this kind of hurts because Joseph was a real one, you know?
Joseph, my proud son. For the honor of the Bell
my
family,
god.
don't say anything that would disappoint me.
But Dad, you already disappoint me.
约瑟，遵从你的内心。
Joseph!
Cece.
Daddy won't get Cece the cola water.
Oh, that's the purpose of this. He's realizing that his father is essentially selling drugged water, who's going to make people addicted, and it's already affected his daughter, which at this point he probably values more than his father, who he knows is a murderer.
Cece doesn't want to drink tea, just wants the cola water.
Aww.
Said the lion, but that doesn't make me any braver. And as long as I know myself to be a coward, I shall be unhappy.
Alright, he's the lion because he's always scared from her point of view.
Cece, why don't you go play with Uncle Wu outside the courtroom? Daddy will join you after work.
吴巡部，麻烦了。
That's how he found his resolve. Oh, just when he was gonna forsake his family, he found resolve in his family. That's actually kind of poetic.
正，你的推理是正确的。
The dad's like, it too.
这张纸巾上面有波案的笔记，我随身保存至今。
Promise me you will stop the release of the new opium something drugs. Take good care of John. Keep him away from all this. Oh, so he did actually say that.
今天，我才完全理解，国安为什么要将字写在这张纸上，以及
Just a coffee stain he
他
had.
写下这些字的时候，正在经历
Oh, and that's physical evidence. He wrote it there because that coffee stain has poison, and now it's physical proof that he was poisoned with the coffee that was fed to him by Watson.
Promise me, you will stop the release of the opium cessation drugs. Take good care of John.
Of
Keep him
John.
away from all these.
Take good care of Jumping John. Okay, Joseph didn't do anything wrong. I can understand why he made that mistake without the additional context that you know, knowing that Brian was poisoned and knowing that the poison was from the coffee, there's no real way that he could have. I mean, he could have maybe pieced it together, but it was not very likely.
纸巾是从沃森的办公室拿的，上面有贝尔公馆的标识。这个圆环是咖啡杯的印记，虽然时隔3年，但不妨碍送检分析。凡有接触，必留痕迹。
Oh, just like the saying.
如果你的推理正确，纸上应该能检测出布鲁生的残留。
Why was I not informed about this?
Because fuck you.
How dare you keep this from me?
I'm sorry, Watson. This is not just for Cece. It's for myself as well. For the past 3 years, I've been burying my head in the sand like an ostrich. I am a fucking prosecutor.
I am a motherfucking prosecutor. I didn't expect the F-word bomb to be dropped. Oh my god, I have so much respect for Joseph. And I'm gonna fucking prosecute your case.
400 million people, and among them, 8 million smoke opium.
Oh shit, really? That's 2%.
These 8 million people, from the elderly to children, are all deeply immersed with opium. Their families' wealth is scattered, their lives in ruins. The severity of opium addiction and the agony of cessation make it difficult for them to quit.
Is this why you chose to research this niche field?
Yes, sir.
Young man, you are an idealist, but you know nothing about business. In fact, opium persists not just due to addiction, but due to significant vested interests.
He's the businessman who's trying to make money. There are ethical ways to do a business, man.
Opium trade benefits, while prohibition has no profit. If something cannot generate profits, it cannot endure for long.
Yes, many people have said that. Thanks for your time.
But I am also an idealist.
Father, are you saying that you are willing to fund Brian's research?
I believe that what I am funding is for the well-being of humanity.
And myself, but mostly myself.
See? I told you that you could persuade him.
Mr. Shen, a pleasure to work together.
Mr. Bell, Joseph, I am grateful beyond words. Oh, Mr. Bell, you're also here?
Joseph mentioned that you're not feeling well, so I came to check on you.
Before I murder you.
All 20 patients from St. Mary's experimental group showed signs of drug abuse.
Oh, those are the 20 patients that died.
No need to worry about this. As long as the dosage is controlled, there won't be any issues.
But patients voluntarily requested dose increases. I'm concerned about the drug's market release.
Oh. Watson wanted to increase the dosage so people get hooked, and they're selling this as medicine, but it's actually another drug, but he'll be the drug lord now.
Did they request opium during the treatment?
No.
So they stopped having opium.
It indicates that the opium cessation medication you developed is effective. Brian, you truly are a pharmaceutical genius. The moment you've been dreaming of to defeat opium is about to arrive.
But the side effects...
Every drug has its side effects. We can further develop new drugs to help people overcome these side effects.
And to make more money.
Mr. Bell, we cannot launch a drug when we know it has addictive properties.
Oh,
What
he's
do
mixing
you
in the poison
suggest?
now.
We need to expose the dangers of cocaine. Caution the public.
Are you sure?
Create a monster with my own hands. It must not reach the public.
I didn't hear the I part. Did you say I?
Create a monster
No,
with
he
my
didn't.
own hands.
Oh, well.
I'll compensate your research funding.
The drugs, the poison.
You are always an idealist, Brian. So far, nobody knows croquet. Once it is made public, aren't you worried that the Sassoon family will turn around and develop an alternative?
I mean, he has a point. That's probably what stopped Brian here.
Even if you can convince me, can you convince them?
That's what gave him pause, just enough time for him to be poisoned.
Have a cup of coffee to calm down.
Ooh.
I heard John Shen is working part-time in Boston to support his studies.
How do you know my brother is in Boston?
He is your brother. Of course, I have to take extra care of him.
Mr. Bell, are you threatening me?
I am planning a future for you and your brother. Do you want shares in Watson Group? It can make you both live a life of prosperity and wealth forever.
I develop opium cessation drugs to prevent tragedies, not for wealth.
In that case, I respect your decision.
Goodbye.
Keep a close eye. Make sure he gets home and never steps out again.
The old Chinese lady was right.
After 5 hours, go inside and retrieve all his research files.
Oh, they couldn't do that because of Joseph. Oh, that's actually so smart. So all that, I mean, we already know, we already talked about this, but all that weird stuff, the setup for the murder based off his book, all just for a timely Joseph save. Man, he's lucky he took the napkin.
Why is there so much noise outside?
Sir, St. Mary Hospital is on fire.
Shit!
The fire will turn everything into ashes, won't it? The night in London hasn't been this bright for a long time.
Damn, that's all he has to say about 20 people dying.
It's your property. Aren't you worried?
Everything comes with a cost.
Damn.
Grandpa, when can we go home?
Dude is cold.
Darling, we've got to stay here for a bit.
Why?
Someone once told me
the world's
there's
gonna roll me.
like 400 million people here, but only 8 million people. Market development rate is a real disappointment here, right?
He was like, oh wait, do you say 400 million? That's a lot of people. Did 2% of people use opium? That's a lot of people.
also wants the cola water.
And Toby's like, yeah, I'm profiting off this too.
No, darling, you can't drink the cola. How about Chinese tea?
Can I chuck in a bit of fruit juice in the tea?
God, Jesus. They made it into a cult.
And you know what? You've given me a bit of inspiration. Maybe I should chuck in some fruity flavors that kids fancy into the cola water.
Oh man, the entire truth is out now. Damn, this game is so good.
对不起，周。我一度以为，波婉是想用自己的牺牲来阻止戒烟药的上市。
So you knew all along that it was suicide, but he went along with John because he couldn't tell John because that was Brian's last wish. He wanted to keep him out of this, but as a result, John never found out the truth, and he continued to pursue the truth and ended up finding even more out. And now the entire truth is out. Wow.
约瑟，这不是你的错，但贝尔先生和沃森集团必须受到相应的惩罚。
就凭你们？
二位大人，现在有了贝尔爵士下毒的证据，可以将他绳之以法了吧？
Oh, Bell, this lad seems dead set on getting the law to come down on you.
Then go ahead and try. Arrest me.
为什么他们听上去那么有恃无恐？
贝尔爵士的罪行已经得到了证明，难道这样还不够吗？
沈先生，据说你曾在波士顿学习法律，总不会没听过管辖权这个词吧
It's gonna be extra territorial. What's territorial rights? Something
本
like
案的
that.
受害人是中国人，施害者在上海，上海道台怎会没有管辖权？
但贝尔爵士是大英帝国公民，一个远东小法庭连陪审团都没有，外加一群不懂法的外行，
Oh
如何能让这
man.
位大英帝国的爵士获得公正的对待？领事裁判权就是为此而存在的。
领事裁判权？
Oh, another fact. Consular jurisdiction. Consular jurisdiction refers to the authority granted to a consul to adjudicate civil and criminal cases involving citizens of their country residing abroad in accordance with their own national laws. The establishment of the consular jurisdiction in modern China dates back to the 1842 Regulations for the Conduct of Affairs in Jiangnan area, and expanded over time to include rights to observe trials, as well as the establishment of the administrative and judicial bodies independent of Chinese legal system. This led to difficulties in the judicial jurisdiction and significantly infringe upon China's sovereignty. So basically, these Chinese barbarians can't do anything right without us Englishmen.
根据两国间的协定，英人之犯罪，只能由英国领事来裁决。
I think I know what the solution to this is. Joseph's gonna prosecute him. He's gonna prosecute his own father, and he has all the proof.
但他们明显是穿一条裤子的呀！
真不甘心就这样让他逃脱罪责，我们还能做些什么吗？
这是时事，非你我能够改变。宽大人，能看清时事，是你最大的优点。
He's like, oh yeah, I'm about to get away with murder. Twice. At least.
Enough of this, Watson. Fulfill your promise to me. Stop the opium cessation drugs business.
Enough of this, Joseph.
Oh crap, I held it. Sorry, that sounded really weird, and it's kind of intense, so.
Enough of this, Joseph.
Yeah, there we go.
3 years ago, for you, I took all the opium cessation drugs off the shelves at our pharmacy. I am a man of my word.
No, not in the form of cola water.
That's a new business. In fact, this remedial measure opens up a whole new market for us.
Liar!
Joseph, my child, you've inherited my kindness. but business is business. You know why I come to Shanghai?
To make money. Those 2 million people, 8 million people.
The Sassoon family's opium business is doomed after the opium agreement between China and UK. There are 8 million addicts in China. All need opium cessation drugs. It's a huge market. At that time, we will surpass the Sassoons and become the most powerful family in the Far East.
But you're fully aware that cocaine is not an opium cessation drug, and it's worse than opium.
God, you are stupid. Trade is free. Where there is demand, there will be supply.
看来，贝尔爵士真正想做的生意并不是戒烟药，而是想用快乐水取代鸦片。
He just wants to be a drug lord, man.
鸦片是无罪的，快乐水更是如此。
Opium is innocent. And Shen, after seeing how much damage opium has done to his family, is gonna take that personal.
如果他们是无罪的，为何英国政府要制定1868年的毒品药店法案？如果鸦片是无罪的，为何会有那么多人因它而亡，家庭因它而破碎？如果快乐水的生意是无罪的，你为何要毒害我哥哥？为何要灭口吴松涛，还有圣玛丽医院数十条无辜的生命？
凡事皆有代价。
Everything comes with a cost.
我给了你们最好的选择，只可惜你们都太过短视。
所谓最好的选择，就是用快乐水继续毒害我们吗？
你们这个国家落后又腐败，还擅长装腔作势。鸦片，几十年前你们自己就种得漫山遍野了。你们的工厂、学堂，很多都是靠鸦片建起来的。这一点。
That doesn't mean it's right,
关大人应该很清楚吧？万国禁烟大会即将召开，我相信。禁烟？你们真的相信？这
The entire court is silent. Damn.
我相信。
An idealistic person.
你和你那可怜的哥哥一样。
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that.
我对他的遭遇。深感同情。
Oh, I deeply sympathize with what Brian had to go through, like dying from poison. Oh!
事实上，对于伯安，我不只是同情，还非常的敬佩和感激。没有他的发明，哪有畅销寰宇的沃森快乐水？
What are you gonna do, Shen? What are you gonna do?
但你要知道。人的苦难是自己选择的结果。那些吸大烟的人都是有自由意志的，难道有人逼他们吗？不，是他们自己要吸的。
Oh, jeez.
你的烟鬼父亲也一样。
Just like your pathetic father. Oh my God, he's so. Oh my God, he's so savage. He's poking at all the wrong spots.
而你那自视清高的哥哥，如果当初没有拒绝我给的股权，又怎会落得这样一个下场？
鱼儿抓口时，不着急提干，耐心等一等。
Patiently, a little bit more, a little bit more.
明显的一沉，就是现在
，Now.
事实上，你做不到嘴上说的那样心安理得。
He smiles.
你在笑什么？
如果你的心中没有恐惧，就不会为了隐瞒真相而杀人灭口。而我要出示的最后一件物品，就是为你的恐惧而准备的。
Uh-oh. One last piece of evidence. I don't know what it is, but this is the only evidence we haven't used yet. I hate using this logic where it's like, I haven't used this yet, so it has to be it. Shen's briefcase. In the box, there are numerous relevant documents of an old case and phonograph broadcasting machine. It is.
沃森，我为你准备了2件礼物。这3年，我深度调查过我哥哥案件的所有嫌疑人，尤其是你。
He also said that he prepared revenge plans on everyone.
这个手提箱中装着与沃森集团有关的各种犯罪记录。
Oh.
不只是上海，还包括香港、伦敦，开设沃森大药房的所有其他城市。
That's his revenge plan for him.
凡有接触，必留痕迹。我知道你如何用巧取豪夺的手段收购香港大药房。我知道你如何将混有鸦片的廉价补药
Oh my
伪装成
god.
戒烟药，赚取第1桶金。
These pictures look so realistic. I wonder if it's based off a real person.
我知道你如何勾结腐败官员，让他们对假药造成的种种恶果视而不见。
That he knew
知道
all
你如何
this?
一次次犯罪，又一次次利用法庭脱罪。我拜访过这些事件的受害者。
They literally look like real images, and then they just kind of like tried to paint it.
通过他们，我逐渐构筑出你犯罪生涯的证据链条。只剩最后一环。
The final piece was missing, but now it's all connected.
刚才，约瑟提供了最关键的证物，所有人都听到了你亲口认罪。
既然这样，不妨带上那些受害者，找个有管辖权的法庭起诉吧。我敢保证，你所谓的证据和证言都不会被接受。
I don't know if you'll be able to make it to Britain alive, bro.
所以，
new song,
我
I
还
think.
准备了另一件物品。
No, wait, is this a new song? No, it's not. It's the one with the yeah, this instrument.
另一件物品是
Oh, the phone. Is that a device that Afu made?
我发明的留声广播机。
Oh, he broadcasted it to everyone outside. This is a private quiz, and now it's public.
沈仲平，你也要像你哥哥一样，用它自杀吗？
够了，沃森！哥哥用生命保护那份资料，就是为了在今天给你敲响丧钟。你那肮脏的生意到头了。
你比你的哥哥还要天真。
Oh man, Afu came to rescue his stupid device. It's actually very smart, don't get me wrong. But his like device actually ended up helping out this way too.
大烟与戒烟药的生意已经延续了半个世纪。你真以为凭一个人？
不，我绝不是一个人。我曾见过一位修撰，为思想解放和文学创新而奔波于田野乡间。
Petra。
我曾见过一位将领，为突破炼钢技术桎梏而废寝忘食、呕心沥血。我还知道一位官员，即便没有图纸，硬是靠锤子敲出第1艘火轮船。
Yeah。
除他们外，还有千千万万中国人，虽身处逆境，仍在努力改变时代。而鸦片是我们国家必须面对的最紧急的问题之一。我们必须努力禁烟禁毒，以挽救自己。
先生说的
Fact
对。
unlocked. Tribute to Mr. Tang Guoan. Okay, on February 24th, 1909, during the 12th session of the International Opium Commission, the Chinese... Oh, wait, so this is technically after our case, because they're about to have the International Opium Commission. The Chinese delegate, Mr. Tang Guoan, delivered an English summary speech exceeding 8,000 words. He began by emphatically stating, the consumption of opium is the most urgent moral and economic issue our country must face. He analyzed the dangers of opium trade from multiple perspectives, emphasizing that solving the opium problem must rely on China's own efforts. Additionally, he appealed for the cooperation between China and the West to combat the opium menace together.
我举双手支持。
我会动员报业的朋友们一起揭露快乐水的真相。
Wait, so did Toby and this chick look like they were really like set up? I thought they were paid by Watson, but are they not? Because like he was suspiciously present in a lot of places. And so was she. Like, oh, they both work for the newspaper too. It didn't even occur to me.
我也是。
What you gonna do, Watson?
本官也会尽无所能，推动禁烟禁毒之大计。
还有我们！A bunch of rabble.
外面为什么这么吵？
有民众在会审公廨门口聚集，要求严惩凶手，清理奸商。
什么？
Oh my god, Toby was a good guy? He was part of this? Oh shit!
这到底是怎么回事？留声广播机，顾名思义，可以把声音录下来。现在不仅我们能听到你说话，会审公廨外面的人也都能听到。
It's a public court.
接下来几天的报纸头条肯定也是这件事。
They also know the formula for the Coke.
很快，全世界的人都会知晓真相。
Where are you gonna run to now, bitch?
这明明是非公开审理，你们竟然偷偷对外广播。
Well, you were also extremely corrupt, so fuck you.
中国人就是这样亵渎规则的吗？
Oh.
到底是谁在亵渎规则？
Oh, look at this dark Shen.
你们的规则从来都有2套标准，一套给自己，一套给别人。而在我这里，只有1条规则。
Oh, animation! Look at this! Oh!
就必须付出。
Oh my god! You hear this? It's so hype! If you choose to do evil, you must pay the price.
大人，愤怒的民众想往里冲，巡捕们快拦不住了！保护我！
各大人贵为。
Xiezi. The Xiezi is a mythical creature from ancient Chinese legends, featuring a single horn on its head and expressive eyes. So it kind of looks like a dragon. It's more like a weird lion thing. It possesses the ability to discern right from wrong and loyalty from treachery, symbolizing judicial fairness. Historically, the character for law is written as this, incorporating this, which represents the Xiezi. Xiezi, I think. Since the time of King Wen of Chu, the Xiezi cap has served as an adornment for the law enforcing officials. Is that the cap? Really? Is that the... I don't know. Where am I? Reminding them to distinguish clearly between the truth and falsehoods. This tradition has been accepted and recognized throughout the successive dynasties. Even today, statues of the Xiezi are commonly placed at the entrances of many courthouses, signifying the continuation and promotion of traditional legal culture.
英国领事，下官自会拼命护您周全。但是，如果您不能以公正执法来平息民怒，执意袒护贝尔爵士，
Yes, he's finally standing up to him.
谁也不敢保证3年前黎皇室案的惨剧不会重演。
Li Huang? I don't know who that is. Am I forgetting someone? Oh, no, okay. So he said 3 years ago, so the game takes place in 1908. I never actually figured out the year, but I figured it was before the opium cessation committee thing, which was 1909. And but now we have like a hard date, I guess. In 1905, Mrs. Li Huang, a widow of a Cantonese official, along with 15 maidservants, was accused of human trafficking while passing through Shanghai on her way back to her hometown. During the trial, the British deputy consul overstepped his boundaries by interfering in the case involving only Chinese nationals. Despite the lack of sufficient evidence, he openly assaulted Chinese officials and was forcibly detained. I feel like I read this before. I feel like I saw something about an official overstepping their boundaries. Forcibly detained the accused, sparking collective protests from the Chinese community. The situation escalated when the public, dissatisfied with the municipal council's protection of the British Deputy Council, surrounded the police station in a demonstration, leading to a conflict that resulted in nearly 100 casualties. Oh. He's like, yeah, I don't want to be known for that. I'll let you handle it.
那本验员认为，沃森·鲁宾贝尔有罪。
Oh, haha, the sixth case. The Shanghai Enigma solved. Ah, that was really satisfying, man. Case solved.
不，一切还没有结束。
He's gonna pull out a gun. Fuck me.
既然这样，不介意再制造一起惨案。
马牌撸子，先生小心！
It's the two horses. Oh shit, that's 2 shots.
先生。
Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, is that the end? What the fuck? In 1909, Tang Guang gave a remarkable speech at the International Opium Commission held in Shanghai. Yeah, we just read about that. The meeting led to the first international drug control treaty, the Hague Opium Convention in 1912, or the Hague? I don't know. In 1928, Republic of China attempted to abolish all consular jurisdiction in China. I see. However, due to resistance from the foreign countries, its goal was not achieved. In 1943, ROC ended UK and US consular jurisdiction in China through an agreement. In 1949, People's Republic of China was founded, ending consular jurisdiction and foreign privileges. In 1950, PRC, the People's Republic of China's proclamation on strictly prohibiting opium eradicated the issue in 3 years. In 1987, the UN set June 26 as the International Day Against Drug Abuse in Vienna. And by that destiny to perform the act whereof what blah blah blah. He's fucking dead. Oh shit!
雇主先生
That's why there were 2 shots. Oh fuck! Forgot to tell you, boss.
我所有的老板都是这个下场。
Oh shit! Is she gonna get away? Oh man. Oh my god!
热售！3位侦探公堂大显身手。
Okay, it says
揭露沃森集团惊天阴谋。
revealing the conspiracy of the Watson Group. Ugh. Now you're telling the truth. I want to buy one. No, you don't. What? I'll give you one for free.
送给你了。
Yeah, you'll get it for free.
智斗洋人的高手。
Outsmarting bad guys, hero. Then I won't be polite. It's mine. Oh, this game was so fucking good. It was so good. Every mystery got me on the edge of my seat. Oh man.
可惜阿福。
Oh, 可惜阿福。
你们在会审公社的表演真是精彩。
Were you there?
这次不仅救出了先生，
还一起抓住了幕后真凶。
Oh man.
那必须要好好庆祝下。今晚来剧院吧，我请客。
Oh, it just occurred to me.
先生受伤了，
Shen is injured.
我得先送
He
他回扬
plans to
州
go
休
back
养。
to Yangzhou for recovery. Huh?
沈先生他还好吗？
Well, he's better than the other person. He's
没大碍。
fine, nothing
只
serious.
是
It's just
这次又要错过影珠姐
we
的
missed your
表演。
performance again. I'll show it to you whenever. Whoa, where'd you get all that stuff from?
祝你们一路平安。
Bon voyage. Oh, this game was so good. I'm so glad there's DLC. I really need some more explanations.
魏先生，
Mr. Joseph,
接下来有什么打算？
what do you plan to do next?
先暂停检察官的工作。
I will suspend my prosecutor duties for net first and focus on resolving the cola water issue.
有我能帮忙的地方，你尽管说。
Anything I can help, just let me know. Oh, it's Mr. Scarecrow.
人精神，我要悄悄话。
Could you come close?
Mr. Lion said he got what he wanted.
Fish?
Did you get a thinking brain too?
Oh, yes! He's saying his dad, her dad has courage now. Because he stood up against his own father. Oh, I need to see who did this music and sound. These people. Yes, great job. Holy shit, the music was so good.
关大人，您怎么在这里？
Judge Quan, why are you here? Seizing the Watson pharmacy is a significant matter. I must be present to prevent any further
不知
incidents.
丁香姐怎么样了？
How's Ting Xiang?
丁香在会审公
She is in the women's prison awaiting a verdict.
你们能网开一
Is
面
it
吗？
possible to give her a lighter
那天在
sentence?
法庭上，
That day in court, if she weren't there,
丁香为
I
民
greatly
除害
admire her for eliminating
我们
criminal.
十分佩服但
But
除了
she's
这个
also
案子
killed a
以
whole
外
shit ton of people,
他
so
还身负多条人命。
放心吧，
trust us.
关大人会让她
She'll
获
get
得
a fair
公正的审判。
judgment. Sorry, Wu Moon. I'm sorry.
亲自搜查每一个角落，留意所有
Search
细节
every corner.
发现任何可
If
疑
you
之
find
处
anything suspicious,
立
report
即向我报告
immediately.。
是，学长。
Yes, Sergeant. Well,
五爷。
Singh's gone. I'm glad about that. Officer.
现在要叫李巡长了。
It's Sergeant now.
韦小姐见笑了。
Thanks.
李巡长，
Sergeant
发生
Lee,
什么了？
why are you
怎么
investigating
又
the
在
story
调查
again?
洋货铺？
沃森虽已伏法，
The Watson has been sanctioned.
大盗
Shanghai
仍在逍遥
Phantom
法
is
外。
still at large. Wait, what?
本巡长
Oh,
上任，
right. I'll
立即
surely
缉
bring
拿
him to
归案。
justice. I forgot. Yeah, she wasn't the Phantom. The Phantom was the person who stole the recipe, but she was just a hired gun. Oh, Shen!
先生，你怎么自己就下来了？
You promised me that you would rest in the
还
room.
有，你的手受伤了，
Your arm's
不能拎
injured.
箱子。
You shouldn't carry
我伤的是
luggage.
左手，
It's okay. I still have my
右手
other
另外
one because I work out both arms. Let me take it. This is so good. I need some time to just like think about my thoughts on this case. This episode is over 2 hours, but like I do want to keep it all in one episode.
我就送到这里。
All right, I guess it's time.
欣姐，
Kashin,
我舍不得你。
I don't want to say
我也
goodbye.
舍不得你们。
Me neither, but I have a lot to write, man.
万国建安大会要召
The
开，
Opium Commission is about to be held.
我想多写几
I want to
篇报
contribute
道，
more
为
articles
大
to
会
the
助力
event.。
温小姐，
Miss Wen,
务必多保重。
sure to take care.
放心
Don't
我
worry.
可是资深记者。
I'm a
后会有
professional.
期了。
See you. Oh man, Wen was
对了，
great.
可欣姐，
Koshin. Huh?
这次的标题是什么？
What's the headline this time?
标题还没定呢。
I don't know.
这次的报道
Toby
是
Chung and I
从
will
手城合
collaborate
写
on this report.
不知道他又跑
You
哪里去
reminded me. That guy disappeared again. When we were developing the game, we have learned from a number of excellent works, including Ace Attorney, Diamond and the Sound of a Gunshot novel, Alibi Breaker by Seiichiro Oyama. Oh crap, I didn't read the rest. Thank you for noticing the names and watching the credits list. I wanted to read them more, but you cut me off. Oh,
程记者，
Mr.
你怎么
Chung,
在这里？
why are you here? Okay, I have some time to talk about the case now. I still so like confused. I was so sure that she was fishy as all hell. Well, I thought like maybe she and Toby were working for. I mean, we saw Toby talk to Watson. He was like, Mr. Shen has arrived. So like, I mean, like, what the hell? Maybe they're gonna explain it now, because like these two people were two people I thought were fishy as all hell, especially since she noticed Shen and just turned around. So maybe we'll explain it, so I'll save my thoughts for later. But I was totally expecting Toby Chung to just be a complete piece of shit. Maybe like do all this stuff for a scoop. Only like the bad stuff for Watson, but no, he ended up helping Chen for a scoop. So that's actually like, he was working for both sides for his own benefit. Mr. Chung, why are you here?
当然是来还机器的呀。
我的留声广播机。不过，如果他对程记者的工作有帮助的话，我
你还是留着再改良改良吧。
Yeah, this sucks.
这次多亏有守臣兄帮忙。
是你神机妙算，算准了我不会错过这个大新闻。
Wonder why he posted that other article then.
不，在这个事件中，你所做的贡献远比表面上看起来的要多。你们道出的那份配方，才是一切能真相大白的关键。
It's the formula that you stole that plays the key. You're the Phantom? Oh, fuck! I didn't see that coming.
难道成绩者就是沪上怪盗？
我哪有那么大的本事啊？松涛观察到民众喝完快乐水后的症状，与圣玛丽医院的受试者相同。
Stone noticed the symptoms of the people who drank cola water were the same as the subjects.
于是，托人道出了快乐水的配方，来验证一个猜想。
Oh, so either he's the Phantom, or he just stole it and people thought it was the Phantom.
只是还没等我见到配方，松涛就遭了毒手，配方也不知所踪。我几次想进入现场寻找，却始终没机会。没想到，松涛将配方放在了你哥哥的照片后面。
Wow, that's actually kind of poetic.
现在想想，这也的确是最合适的地方。
Yeah, if you think about it, that's true because Brian was the one who contributed the most.
哦，对了，差点忘了正事儿。
I thought he fucking hated Brian though. But maybe they're closer than we thought.
看来我错怪吴老板了。
此话怎讲？
之前调查洋货铺地窖的时候，我还以为他是个卖戒烟药的奸商。
Oh yeah, I thought he. I also thought that, but no, he was probably trying to just. I don't know what he was trying to do, to be honest. He was trying to figure out like what is with this formula and how it's related to opium and the addiction that people have to it. He might have done it for like profit, maybe, I'm not sure, because he was doing poorly financially, but it's also possible that he was trying to find a solution to this as well.
不过，当年参与过研究项目的不是成绩者吧？怎么会是吴老板知道受试者的症状呢？
二位侦探，有位朋友托我捎一件东西。
A friend asked me to send you this. Is it gonna be Stone? Like a letter before you end up dying?
这是委托信吗？
不愧是阿福兄弟。
承蒙守神兄信任，但我打算先回扬州一趟。
这个案子
Oh, there you go.
我相信沈先生不会拒绝。
What? What? That's how it ends? You motherfucker! Okay, well, I guess the thing with Toby and Miss Lee is still up in the air and vague. Shen Chumping and Afu are still on the journey. Oh boy! Shit, man! When we were developing the game, we have learned from a number of excellent works, including Ace Attorney series, Diamond and the Sound of a Gunshot. I might look into that. I've never heard of that game before. Alibi, several novels. So Alibi Breaker by Seiichiro Oyama, Lost Room Collector by Seiichiro Oyama. Oh, it was the recurring name. The Danganronpa Kirikiri. Yes. The Villa Lilac Case by Ayukawa Tetsuya. I wonder if these are like novels or like light novels, because Danganronpa, I don't know how much of that is going to be novel. Comic, The Kindaichi Case Files. Ooh, I never actually read that. I read a few chapters, but not much. Video, when Isaac Newton became a detective. We pay our highest tributes to these works and their creators. If you're interested in the murder of the Yangtze River, we highly recommend that you enjoy the above-mentioned works. Whew. Honestly, I'm gonna check my collection. So, glossary, we should have gotten everything by now since we've did virtually every... What the heck is missing? Okay, I don't really care enough though. We also got 2 other things missing. I guess it's from... I mean, I did miss several things. We got several endings. Not nearly enough to complete this, but I don't really care enough. and a decent number of achievements. Let's see. Utterly confident in one's own decisions. Repeatedly choose the guard soldier made a mistake. Oh, that's pretty funny. But yeah, we only got half the achievements. But, you know, let's talk about this game for a little bit. So, okay, today is, for me, April 30th. And this video is probably going to go out in the end of May or early June. But this game was amazing. I can't stop talking about how good this was. At first, I was kind of like, man, the graphics are really like, eh. But it's got like really, really good reviews on Steam. And I was like, I had pretty high expectations, actually. And honestly, I've never been a huge graphics person. If the graphics are good, then like, sure. But like, gameplay matters a lot more than for me. And at first, I wasn't really sure about the gameplay because I originally expected Ace Attorney, but what I ended up getting was Ace Attorney Investigations. And honestly, it was great. It was still great. I think the biggest benefit to this game are the mysteries. The mysteries are so good. I was always on the edge of my seat, and I wasn't exactly sure about, you know, I was always taken for a ride. There are some things I was able to call, whether it's just throwing some random thing out or whatever. But like, there are so many twists in like every case that just got me like so badly. There are definitely some like unanswered things, I think. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but like first is the Shanghai Enigma. Actually, I was a little bit spoiled about this, I'll be completely honest. So by the time I'm recording this, I think I mentioned this earlier, but so the studio or the company that released this game said, yes, we have planned DLC. For example, like one of the DLC, there are a lot of unanswered questions, and the things they mentioned was the identity of the Shanghai Enigma, and I was like, oh, that's not gonna be answered even in chapter 6. And part of me was kind of bummed because like I was technically kind of spoiled by it, but honestly, it ended up still working out like really well. I don't know if it said the identity of the Shanghai Enigma or if it's just like catching the Shanghai Enigma, but I completely forgot that that woman, the assistant, the meek shop assistant who ended up being like a hired gun, I kind of forgot that she was just a hired gun and not the Shanghai Phantom. The Shanghai Phantom was just someone who stole a lot of stuff. He was a thief, but not a murderer. So that I completely went over my head. And another thing that they mentioned was that Koshin was gonna get a DLC case because Shen is in the process of recovering, and I was like, what does that mean? That means he's not gonna die, but that means he's gonna get injured, and now I see why. So I was a little bit spoiled in that. So I knew that Shen wasn't gonna die, but he was gonna get injured. Koshin wasn't gonna die because she has another case, and we wouldn't know who the Shanghai Enigma is. But there are several things, once again, that are not really completely addressed. One is, like, as I mentioned before, Toby and Miss Lee, why were they so prepared for Shen? They were so prepared to, like, catch him in the act. I know it's, like, you know, scoop and whatnot, but ultimately, it didn't see. I thought it was because they were working for Watson, but ultimately, it seems like, at least from what we know, there was no connection. There's a connection between Toby and Watson, but they never actually expanded on that. Maybe Toby was working for Watson, and that's how he ended up being able to access like the safe to get like the recipe. But we don't really know the answer to that. And now we have the Shanghai Enigma and other stuff. So I am extremely looking forward to if they end up doing more DLC cases, because once again, the mysteries in this game were fantastic, and there's room here, you know, you can add like another page too for another 7 chapters. But I'm hoping that by the time this video goes up, maybe there'll be more news. Hopefully, maybe they'll actually, I think they announced like a summer date or something, but maybe they'll have more cases by the time this is over. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to return to this game because I end up just liking it so much. Shen was such a cool protagonist. He's very suave. He admits his mistakes, but another thing we never really got answered was the multiple personalities. Brian brought it up, saying how, you know, it's a thing, and Shen clearly has like another side to him that he's like, get away from me, don't like interfere with my thought process. And I thought we were gonna get that resolved in the last case. I thought that might even be the Shanghai Enigma, but no, that's still up in the air. So yeah, there are a lot of unanswered questions, but Shen and his alternate personality were really cool. The way they kind of structured it so that it's a little bit different from your standard Ace Attorney fare was really interesting. Especially the parts when we were talking to Shen Alter. It really helped us think about the mystery in a different way that often, you know, turned the case around, for lack of better words. And Afu was also really a delight. At first he was kind of annoying, but like we slowly saw him like grow, become like have his own identity in, like, you know, being the smart person who's also like scared of blood, etc., to someone who's very confident, or not very confident, but confident enough to defend Shen, someone who wants to really help him, to return, you know, the favor of him helping him before. I'm saying a lot of pronouns right now, but like to return Shen for helping him before. And it's cool how they connected his growth to Shen's, and an overarching plot revolving around Shen's brother's murder was also great. I feel like the one case that was a little out of place was probably the Hang Young one, because at the end we didn't really get too much that connected back to our current case. I think what we got from this case the most was Koshin joining our party, and that could have technically happened like at the end of chapter 2 if they wanted to. But it was honestly a very good introduction to Koshin, because it showed how she was also very competent, but also prone to making mistakes, but also very accepting of her own mistakes and willing to change her thought process in order to find the truth. So originally I thought Wen was going to be really aggressive and a little bit antagonistic to us, but after her initial thing, she was just nothing but helpful, and I'm honestly really grateful that she ended up joining Afu, because she was very competent. I'm gonna talk about the cases one by one so far. So let's start with chapter 1. I know this is gonna be a long video, but I ended up really loving this game, so I want to talk about it a little bit more. Chapter 1 was, like, the start was kind of we're arrested, you know, for murder, etc. It was a little bit short, and during the video that I recorded this with, I had an allergy, so I had a really stuffy nose. But it was a really interesting mystery, how the locked room was not actually a locked room, and how it was faked by Lo Shiwen, how the Lo Pei we didn't see was a fake Lo Pei, and it wasn't very obvious until the very end either. So like of course, you know, the first case is usually the simplest to introduce all the mechanics. And speaking of mechanics, the minigames, not necessary, but also kind of fun. A good way to break up the pace. But yeah, the mystery itself was pretty good, and it was really cool how this case transitioned into the second one, because we saw the victim, Liu Pei, or no, I keep forgetting her Chinese name, but I just kept calling her Petra afterwards, but how Petra was killed, and how it's related very, very closely to the first case, and how even the officer involved was responsible for, you know, the murder. Something that, you know, has happened before, but like is still kind of like a hit from left field, you know? And the emotional attachment I had from the first case wasn't very much, but because it was connected with the second case and tied in so well, I think after this case, I was completely sold on this being like more than just like an Ace Attorney clone. It had its own identity, and it was just really, really good. Chapter 3 is probably the case that feels a little out of place for me. As I mentioned before, a lot of characters other than Wen were kind of not too, what's the right word? Connected. And if I recall, I'm not 100% sure because I never got too far in the demo, but I heard that Chapter 3 was part of the demo, which is really weird when you think about it. But now that I've, you know, actually seen it, it's so disconnected from Chapter 1 and 2 that it wouldn't really spoil much, so I understand why that was the case. I, once again, I only played 5 minutes of the demo, and after that I was like, I'm gonna buy the game. But it's kind of weird how they were like, yeah, we're gonna take from Chapter 3. And Chapter 3 in a lot of Ace Attorney games are usually kind of like the mid ones, for the lack of better words, both literally and, you know. But overall, for like, honestly, it's probably my least favorite case, but overall it was still a very good case, especially catching the accountant dude at the end. There were a lot of things that went into it, and it was great. Chapter 4 was probably, out of the first 4 chapters. Actually, maybe even in the entire game. Actually, no. I really like chapter 6. But chapter 4 was probably one of, if not my favorite chapter. Just because of how it was structured. Sure, we knew, the results of the future. For a prologue case, that's bound to happen. We know Afu gets off scot-free. We know Joseph ends up getting off because, he's too important and we're going to visit him soon. And we know that the ship dude is also not liable for anything, probably. So we kind of had a list of suspects, but it was really, really cool how they structured the case in that the person that was with us the entire time ended up being the culprit. And that's not always like, super like weird. I had my suspicions just because that could be a thing. But the structure of how it worked, like, I named the chapter and then there were, because like it was a serial killing slowly going from 9 to 1, so, and then there were none. But it was really cool how there were multiple murders and how they tried to falsify a timeline as well. Sure, I really, 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 really didn't like Taemon, but like, he got his just desserts at the end. And honestly, I think I guess just learning about them as a family, the Wu family, and how dysfunctional they are, learning about, the shipmate who died and her connection with L was really sweet, but also kind of heart-wrenching once you find out the truth. And honestly, we got really close to L because she was with us the entire time, and just seeing her end up being the true murderer and the emotional impact it had because of her tragic past and how the people she believed in end up being the people responsible for her, or the person she believed in ended up being one of the people that was responsible for the downfall of her family, really like hurt, especially with like the hairpins, one of them belonging to her mother. It was the last thing that she left him, and even half of it was stolen. So yeah, I think like out of all of these deaths, I think L being the murderer had one of the most emotional impacts on me. And this was a flashback case. It was kind of weird how we kind of went to like the book place and then we just kind of flashed back. I thought I really wanted more with the parrot. And that other girl was also pretty cute too, but we got like nothing. But we kind of went back to Shen's past case and discovered like basically why he started off this journey in the first place. He found out a potential way of how his brother died, how someone could get away with murder, and then that led to him arriving in Lo Pei's house because he published a book that had an almost identical method to it, and then that led into all the stuff that happened, once again with case 3 being kind of the outlier. And that was really, really interesting, and how it connected back to chapter 6 was amazing because we find out that Brian's death was unfortunate because he committed suicide just to prevent a murder. Like, I mean, he was gonna be murdered, but he did that to leave one final message for his best friend to expose the truth and to stop further harm. And judging from Shen's image of Brian, despite him being so confident that Brian would never commit suicide, it showed a very realistic reason as to why Brian would. And originally I thought it might, hospital fire thing, but that's something that like Watson was trying to like forge in order to make it so like, oh yes, that's the reason. It's not because I killed him. And finally, chapter 6. I mean, some things were kind of predictable. One being Stone's gonna die. Yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away, but it was really, really interesting seeing, or it was really cool transitioning from Shen to Afu, because Shen's usually the smart one, and Afu now, suddenly Shen's arrested and all the responsibility falls into Afu's hands. I did mention how earlier I kind of wish maybe like in chapter 2 or like 3, Afu should have maybe taken like a little bit more of a lead role if they're gonna lead up to this. At least maybe have a little bit more input in terms of like finding out the truth instead of all our decisions being Shen's. Maybe some parts of this, like when we're talking about the witness or like just investigating, we should have been in Afu's POV. Because unfortunately, in the beginning of this investigation part, it really made Afu seem like incompetent. Like he couldn't even talk in court. He didn't even know what to do. His investigations were like kind of all over the place in the beginning. We didn't even investigate that much in the beginning, and it was kind of a mess. But he ended up getting through it, and on the second day, he was extremely competent. You can see him grow from like, wait, who's the defense counsel? Oh shit, it's me! To, yes, I got this. Shen's innocent, and here's why. But also we had reporter Wen on our side, who once again, she really gives me like Susato vibes from the Great Ace Attorney, who is just kind of like a very, very supportive partner who can help you get your shit together when you need to. Also very competent in their own right and able to defend despite not necessarily having all the expertise that both Shen and even Afu have. And there's some weird mini games like breaking into the police station, but you know, at the end they got caught, or Afu got caught. He had also that really good moment with Shen. And at the end, I mean, my biggest problem with Chapter 6 is that I expected it to answer more questions and to have twists in ways that I didn't expect. And at the end, it did deliver on the second part. I felt like Watson was a very, very obvious criminal. He was big businessman. You know, he usually looks more like philanthropic on the outside, but really he's doing it for his own sake, for money. And like the motive was there from like the beginning. Like you knew when you saw that sheet, or at least I knew when I saw that sheet, that was the recipe, the stolen recipe for the cola water. I feel like, I mean, technically there was no hard evidence, but it felt like it was obvious to me. But what made it connect was not obvious. The fact that it used the cocaine thing, and that gave me shivers when I noticed it. Oh man. But yeah, like things, I already mentioned this like at length, but things about Toby and Lee like really threw me off because I thought they were going to be discussed more. There was the stuff with the Phantom, there was also more stuff, but like overall finding out the truth behind Brian's death was chilling, and it was great how they set it up. Even Shen not giving us information was actually a way for him to launch his counterattack. And at first I was kind of like, Shen, if you already know this stuff, why didn't you tell me? But now I'm just like, okay, yeah. King, here's your crown. You deserve it. But yeah, there's definitely going to be more of this. There's definitely going to be DLC, and I will definitely hop on that when that comes. This Ace Attorney-like game was an absolute gem, and I really hope that this game ends up doing well because it deserves it. The writing's immaculate. But that is it for now. And I don't know when the DLC is coming out, but I'll be back. But for now, this will be it. And thank you for following me with this journey on the Yangtze River. Hopefully, there will be no more murders, even though we know there will be. And I hope you had a wonderful time here. Peace!